Hi, welcome to CNY Woman Knits and Crochets. I thought I'd record a Wip session tonight. It's been a while since I've done that. Wip is a work in progress. If you're interested, grab a project, grab something to drink or eat, and bring it on over, and we'll sit for a little while, we'll chat, and we'll work on a project together. What I've got to work on is out of this yarn. It's unraveling slowly. Pardon the light. It is pink and yellow colored. It is the color Dancing Queen with Bernat Forever Fleece. It's a number 6 super bulky. And all I am doing, you may have seen my short where I was working on a rather complex looking, really nice, pretty pattern from Bernat, and I couldn't get it to come out right. I kept ripping stuff out. Ripped it out like 4 times. So I finally was like, to heck with this, I am done. So look, it's plain double crochet. I started out with a single crochet for the first row, and I will end with a single crochet. I've got 4 balls of this. So I'm on my second ball, and I think I'm going to have a decent sized blanket. It's pretty wide. It goes from here to here. So, and I'm using a size N, which is a 10mm hook. I'll hold this up so it looks like I'm actually crocheting and you're not just seeing me stare at you and try and, do nothing basically. So what have I been working on? Well, I've been working on this. I worked on that pattern for a couple of days. Go check out the short. I mean, it's a nice pattern. It's very well written, and I'm sure somebody else could get it and have it come out right, but I just couldn't. I have another 4 balls of this yarn, and I'm going to do a granny stripe blanket with it. I came across a tutorial tonight, and I can't remember where it was from, but she actually used Forever Fleece and said she only used 4 balls, so it was perfect. I was like, okay, this is going to work. I'm using a Prim ergonomic hook. I have this in the large sizes and in the small sizes. I use them a lot. The other ergonomic hook I use are Boye, B-O-Y-E. I have a set of those that I bought either off of Amazon or from Walmart. I think I bought them off of Amazon. They run about, I want to say about $28 for the complete set, so it's pretty reasonable. The Prims, I think the smaller set is more expensive than the bigger set, and I can't remember what they retail for. Somewhere under $30 for each of them, for each one. So if you like ergonomic hooks and you're looking for something that is good, Prim is good. The only complaint I have is they don't have a size K, which is a 6.5mm. It goes from a 6mm in the small set, which is a J, to a 7mm in the larger set. And every once in a while you'll see me kind of pull at this yarn to get it to unwind, because it's wound on itself, and we're in like the final stages of it where you have to unwind it to get it to work properly. Of course, you have to unwind all the yarn all the time to get it to work properly, but I had tried pulling out the inner part of it and got yarn barf, and then had to stick it back into the skein, so it was very inconvenient. I have ordered yarn from Michaels that's going to be coming in the next week or so. Some of it's coming this week, some of it's coming next week. So I think I'm going to save all of that yarn for one giant yarn haul in like a week and a half when I record again. This weekend I may not record. Depends on what I'm doing. I'm hanging out with a friend this weekend who's coming up from Binghamton. So that'll be good. And I may be watching my friend's dog on Friday night. It depends on when my other friend who's coming up from Binghamton actually comes up, because he's it depends. The weather's been nice lately. All of our snow has melted. There are big giant ice walls on the lake. The ice is broken up, and in some of the spots they said the ice came ashore and made pile 14 feet high. It crashed through some docks and stuff like that on the north shore of the lake. The other day we got a really bad rainstorm that rolled through, and a lot of people lost power. One of my other friends lost power until 2 a.m. this morning. So power was out for like a day. Something like that. I forget. Might have been 2 o'clock the next morning or something like that. I forget. But I did not lose power, thank goodness. But the rain was horizontal. I haven't seen rain like that in a long time. We had wind gusts with it too. And it was a really short storm, but it wreaked a lot of havoc. There were trees down, there were lines down. So that took a while for the local energy company to take care of. And I was glad I wasn't out in it. I was safely at home, just watching it. So that was good. And what else have I been working on? Well, there's a granny square blanket that I haven't been working on. There's a pair of socks that I haven't been working on. There is a blanket with Walmart yarn, Mainstays Cozy Chenille, that is an equivalent, a dupe of Bernat blanket. I got off the topic with Michaels. Sorry, we're going to circle back to that. We're circling back to Michaels. I did an order because every once in a while I will Google Bernat blanket yarn. And what that does is it gives you, one of the first things that comes up is shopping. And it compares all the websites and it tells you where the deals are. And there was a deal on Mystical. Now, there isn't a deal anymore. They sold out. They had 2 packs for $10.49. So I ordered 10 balls of one color. And I was over at a friend's house, the one whose dog I might watch. And the wife, who is my friend, knits and crochets and makes baby blankets for her coworkers. And I told her about it, and she said, "Really? Where's the link?" So I emailed her the link, or I texted her the link. She checked it out on her phone while I was sitting on the couch, and she said, "Did you know they have other colors?" And I said, "No, I did not know that." So she said, "Well, I only want to order 4 skeins." And I said, "Well, I could order another 6 skeins. And then we can just have it delivered to my house. We'll get free shipping, and I can order." So I ordered 6 skeins of a blue color of Mystical. The first 10 skeins that I ordered on the first order were yellow. So I will have 16 skeins of blanket yarn coming, and then the third order that I did this morning, at some reason I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and decided that I needed to check out Michael's because they had sent me a $5 voucher, and I thought I could use that and I could go out to the store and get something. I had already used the one $5 voucher and bought some cotton yarn with that from the first order, but decided that I was going to use that second voucher to mail order to get some yarn delivered. So I ordered Karen Chunky Cakes in rainbow jellies. I think I ordered 6 skeins of that because I had a 30% off coupon. Then I had the $5 off, so it was about $55 for 6 skeins of yarn, which is about $9 a skein or so. A little bit more than $9. I think it was like $9.19. And they'll be delivered to the house probably next week. I can make a baby blanket out of 2 skeins of that, and I have done that before because Mikey from the Crochet Crowd has a pattern. If you go into my projects on Ravelry, where I am Knitter CNY, that CNY is for Central New York, where I live, and you look up Karen Chunky Cakes, you come up with the pattern, whose name I cannot remember right at the moment. But it's a way to do a granny square where you don't have to, you kind of do the corner backwards, is all I can explain it as. It kind of crisscrosses, and it makes it so you can just go around and not, it just works. So I know I used 2 on that blanket. So that is what I will do. And so socks, chenille yarn, and then I have mandala ombre that I'm doing a granny square baby blanket out of. This Forever Fleece is really nice to work with. It's very smooth. And like I said, it is a super bulky weight, so it works up really fast. When I restarted this, it was yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. So it must have been, today's Tuesday, so it must have been Sunday when I restarted it. And I pulled it all out. Because I was just not having it. You know, life is too short to spend time for me when I'm doing a charity blanket. It's for Project Linus, and a kid is not going to care how complex the pattern is. All they want is the blanket. And the colors are pretty in this. It'll make a nice blanket for somebody. And it's easy, and it works up fast. It'll wash and dry nice. I don't know the washing instructions on Forever Fleece, but I'm assuming it's machine washable and dryable. Probably on low. I would imagine like delicate and low. And most people wash their blankets on delicate. They don't put them through, you know, a huge hot wash or anything like that, unless the kids are sick or something, you know. We all wash our blankets on hot when the kids are sick. At least my mother always used to, you know. And now they have laundry sanitizer, which helps out a lot. I used that during COVID. I have some of it still at the house, but I don't use it a lot. I should use it on sheets and things like that, just to give it an extra rinse kind of a thing too. Not that you need to, but it's always nice to have a little freshening on the sheets. I am crocheting. It's about 7:15 right now on a Tuesday night, the 18th of March, 2025. So I have yarn coming. I bought cotton yarn from Michael's. It's just the cotton cakes. I bought 2 of them from Karen, hopefully to make, it's about 1,000 yards or so, so I think I can make a baby blanket with it. I'm hoping you guys who are watching, if you are watching still, and you like what you see, please give the podcast episode a thumbs up. That helps spread the algorithm. If you want to subscribe, you can do that below. It doesn't cost anything. I don't have memberships or anything like that because my platform is not monetized. I do not have enough viewers to do that. I do not have enough watch hours to do that. I think you need like 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, and I only have like less than 700 watch hours. So, and if you like this, consider, I'll put it on the playlist with all of my other work in progress sessions, and you can just let that run if you feel like it. I'm kind of boring. I go to work, I come home, I crochet. I watch a lot of YouTube. Tonight I watched a couple episodes of Ghosts, which is on CBS. I have Paramount Plus, so I watched it on Paramount Plus. The Yankees will be starting soon. 9 days until opening day. I probably won't see opening day, but I will see the games. I'm not paying for a subscription this year. It's $25 a month, and I can't justify the expense because I have to go to bed earlier than I did last year, so I can't stay up and watch the games. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch them on Amazon. And there's like 21 games on Amazon Video. Because I'm in the New York area, so we're considered in market. So what they do is they use the Yes Crew to commentate those, to, I don't want to say commentate, but to do play-by-play on those games and stuff like that. So it's all the same people, Michael K., etc. We got a lot of people out this year with injuries. Garrett Cole has to have surgery, so he's out for the season. There's a couple other people that are out with injuries, coming back partway through the season. There's some people that are out for the entire season. It is what it is at this point. At least I'm getting to the end of this. We're getting there. I like using up yarn. It makes me feel better about the yarn that's coming in, because I want to have someplace to store the yarn that's coming in. Right now, you can go back and watch my haul that I did last time. I did not record a regular podcast because I hadn't really worked on projects at all, and I decided just to do the yarn haul. So I have stuff from Joann's, I have stuff from Hirschner's, I have stuff from Amazon. If you like yarn hauls, go watch that video. It's a variety of stuff. A lot of Bernat blanket, because that's what I use a lot in the Project Linus blankets that I make. I use anywhere from a size L hook up, which is an 8mm hook, all the way up to a 12mm hook. So there's that. I'm probably not going to buy a whole lot of yarn after this because frankly I'm running out of space to store it. I see shelves, so I can store it on shelves. I've got empty shelves that I can store stuff on, and probably will do so when it comes in. Double crochet is really easy, but I do have to look down at my crochet, so if I'm not looking at you, that's why. It's not like knitting for me. Knitting I've done for so long, I can look away and just knit away. Like I can knit a sock without looking at it, really. You know, unless I'm doing gussets or something like that, where I have to keep track of where I'm doing my decreases. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. Sunday I went out to Red Lobster by myself. I was there at a little after 11 when they opened, and there was actually people there before me, which I was really surprised about, you know, because usually that crowd comes in at, you know, noon or whatever. And there were a couple tables that were already there. So I came in and I was going to order bacon wrapped scallops, but bacon wrapped scallops were going to be like either $14.99 or $16.99 based on either having 4 or 6 of them. And I thought to myself, for like 20 bucks more, I can get a lobster tail and a steak. And I thought, I'm getting the lobster tail and the steak because I haven't had lobster tail in forever. And I haven't been out to a nice sit-down restaurant in months. I mean, I went to Cracker Barrel a couple of weeks ago with a friend. And Cracker Barrel makes fine food, but Cracker Barrel is not Red Lobster. When you think casual dining seafood, Red Lobster is your place. So, because I had, for those of you who don't know, I had gastric bypass surgery in September. I have lost 50 pounds before I had the surgery. I've lost 42 pounds since I've had the surgery. And I probably lost more than that. I haven't weighed myself in a few days. I lose a couple pounds every week or 2 weeks. Because I eat the prescribed diet. I don't vary that. Like a yogurt for lunch is a lot for me. I have 1 high protein shake a day. Sometimes I'll have 2. It depends on what I feel like. And then, so I had the lobster tail at the restaurant. I spent 45 minutes eating the lobster tail. And that's because you have to chew and then you wait a few minutes before you take your next bite because your stomach has to process that bit of food and you have to wait in between. I had a Cheddar Bay biscuit too, which was delicious. And then I took home the steak, the potato, the broccoli, and the other Cheddar Bay biscuit. and had that for dinner Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, because I eat so little. You know, you take a couple bites of steak. It was a very good steak, too. It was really thick. It was like an inch to an inch and a half thick. 6 or 7 ounce steak. And then the baked potato was really good. I kind of didn't eat the broccoli. Cold broccoli reheated is not terrific. I don't know what I was thinking. I could have like substituted a salad or something, I suppose, and then have taken that for lunch. Today I had a dentist appointment. It's been 5 or 6 years since I've been to a dentist. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But I went to the dentist. They had a water pick. It's like an industrial water pick though. So they used that first and softened up the tartar and stuff like that. And then she used the pick on it. So it wasn't so bad after using that water pick feature. And the dentist said, I look good. Come back in 6 months. I'm like, okay. This is much better than I was hoping for. And they took a whole bunch of x-rays. I should glow from the amount of x-rays they took. They took a panoramic x-ray. Then they took probably about, I'm not kidding you, about 16 x-rays of my teeth that were, you know, where you put something in your mouth and you bite down, and then they take a very focused x-ray of your teeth. And she was x-raying every single tooth, I swear. So they have a nice record of my teeth now, you know. And I had braces as a kid, so I am used to going and dealing with a dental professional. And there was no pain. She was a very good hygienist. The dentist was really good too. He came in for a little bit. You know, it's usually you and the hygienist hanging out for all of this. And then I was done. And then I actually had time to run home for lunch and had a yogurt and a Sargento break kind of thing. It has cheddar cheese in it, and then almonds and craisins, you know, the dried cranberries. So that was good. So then I ran back to work and finished out the day, and then I got out at 4 and got home and texted a couple people, you know, talked to a friend on the phone for a little bit, watched some YouTube, watched ghosts, and now I'm recording with you guys. I thought about doing a live, but I don't think I am meant for lives. It just does not work out well. I get odd questions, and it just doesn't work. If I had somebody else with me to banter with, it might work. But you guys can let me know if you want me to try a live. Maybe we'll have to schedule one. So, you know, get me out of my comfort zone. So I'm starting my new ball of Bernat Forever Fleece. Let's see. Okay, good. I've got a long enough tail. I got a lot of yarn, people. A lot of yarn. This time I even bought velvet yarn, which I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with. I may end up giving that to my friend, because it is hand wash. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to see if she wants it. because I was going to make a granny square blanket with it, but I can't imagine hand washing a granny square blanket. You know, I mean, I can't use it for charity, for donation, because it's not washable and dryable in a machine. You know, you could probably wash it on delicate and then hang it up to dry over the shower rod or something like that. Sorry, getting the project too low here. But it's really pretty. It's like blue and purple. Really pretty yarn. Which you can see, again, go back to the yarn haul and look at that. You can help with the watch hours if you want to go back. I have like 12 years of episodes that you could go look at. You can see me in all my iterations of hair. When it was short, now it's long. I haven't cut my hair in 3.5, almost, well, 2.5 years, 3 years. It'll be 3 years in May. I haven't even trimmed it. I just, you know, I had gone back and a couple of times asked for a trim, and the hairstylist literally did color on me and then refused to trim it because she said, you know, you're trying to grow it out, just let it grow. And she said, your ends look good, they're fine. So I said, okay. So I have not gone back to get a haircut, you know, and my hair seems to be fine. It's curly on the bottom, straight on the top. I don't do a whole lot with my hair. I don't put product in it or anything like that. It is what it is, as they say. And I really can't think of anything else to tell you that's going on. I have a lot of sock yarn. I have a lot of blanket yarn. I have a lot of Premier Yarns Puzzle in both the shimmer colorway and the solid colorways. I make corner to corner blankets with those. I want to make progress on this blanket before the weekend. Hopefully I get this done before the weekend, then I can start. I don't know whether I'm going to start the granny stripe blanket or not. I'll probably start the granny stripe blanket and work on that. But just doing double crochet on this is good. I'm glad I found that other pattern. It's not really, she said she based it off of a blanket from Daisy Farm Crafts, or Daisy Farm Craft, and she just changed the number to start with. So I wrote down what she said in the first part of her video and then was like, okay, I got the pattern. I can do this. And she does a little trick for the edges to keep them straight. I'm just doing turning chains in this double crochet. And then I crochet into the second stitch from the edge, not the first stitch. And it's coming along. You know, it's pretty long now. This is half of it, so if I measure it, I should know the final length of it. Not that it really matters. Yeah, it's almost up to my waist. It goes from my ankles to about the top of my thighs, so it'll be more than big enough. I think it has to be like 40 by 50 to be grade school teenager size. And I've talked for 35 minutes, so I think it's time to wrap up the video. If you watched it all the way through, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great week, and I may see you this weekend. I may not. I may wait until the weekend afterwards to do the yarn haul video, and I'll show you all the yarn I got from Michaels. So have a great week and craft something because it's good for your mental health.